If you're thinking about divorce in Massachusetts in 2026, stop for a minute, because while the basics haven't vanished, there are some shifts and must-knows that you should absolutely be aware of. Knowing these now are going to save you time, stress, and probably a lot of money. So let's walk through what's really changing and what's going to stay the same. First thing for 2026, residency. To file for divorce here, you still need to meet the state's basic requirements. Either you've lived in Massachusetts for at least 1 year, or the reason for the divorce happened in Massachusetts and you've lived here as a married couple here. So if you've just moved here or your spouse has, don't assume that you're ready to file tomorrow. It matters. Next up, grounds for divorce. Massachusetts allows both no-fault and fault-based filings. A no-fault divorce means you just need to say that the marriage is irretrievably broken. Now, a fault-based divorce, there are grounds for that, and they still exist for things like cruelty, desertion, or adultery, but they're going to add complexity. In 2026, expect more emphasis on no-fault filings. They're faster, easier, and they avoid the blame game. Now let's talk property division, a huge area. Massachusetts uses equitable distribution. That means the court divides marital assets fairly, but not necessarily 50-50. Factors on how you were married, your earning power, the length of the marriage, and your role as a homemaker and wage earner all count. So for 2026, expect even more scrutiny on assets like retirement accounts, business interests, and digital age property. But don't ignore things like cryptocurrency, streaming royalties, and side hustles. Now, what about alimony? Recent law and rulings in Massachusetts now show that judges are using clearer rules about the duration and amount, but they're still tailoring them on a case-by-case basis. So here's the takeaway. If you're paying or you're expecting to receive support, it's crucial to understand your marriage length, each spouse's income, and your ability to become financially independent. 2026 is going to bring more transparency, but maybe more limits. Now let's shift to child custody and support, where emotion meets the law. The court always looks at the best interests of the child, but in 2026, you're going to see that the same things still matter. Parental involvement, stability, consistent schedules, and both parents being active and engaged. If you and your ex can show that you're prioritizing your kids over pain points, you're already going to be ahead of the game. Finally, process in tech. Massachusetts is modernizing its rules of domestic relations procedure, electronic filing, service via email or text, clearer language in the rules. What does this mean for you? Expect to see smoother, faster filings, but also expect to pay attention. If you miss electronic service or disclosures because you assumed paper and mail, you could fall behind. So what I want you to walk out of here with are these 3 simple truths. Number 1, for 2026, get your facts straight. Know your residency, know your grounds, and know your assets. Number 2, talk to your lawyer early. The law is evolving, but a solid strategy always starts with early planning. And number 3, remember, this isn't about punishment. It's about settling up your next chapter with fairness and clarity. I'm Ellen Wright here in Massachusetts. In 2026, you don't have to guess what the law means. You just have to act wisely.